boys. I'm live again. We'll see if I go live a third time tonight, because I might do some more Fallout 3 or something after this. But, yeah. Did the 15th anniversary stream this, tonight. So that was cool. 15 years on YouTube. A long way the channel's come, right? It's crazy to think we've had 6 channel generations. And we've had, hey, what's up, Chip? Cheers to 15 years. Thanks, man. Team Redeye has had members come and go over the years. Lot of new faces added. A lot of format changes. Things added to the channel over these years. Like, it's crazy how far that this whole thing has come. And it's been a lot of fun. And I intend to keep it going for as long as I physically can. But, yeah, I've got a lot of things that I've got in the works, as per always. This channel has always been one of my favorite things to do in my free time, obviously, hence why I've got so much damn content. But it's crazy to think what constitutes the change in a channel generation, or things like that, right? Like, for instance, Gen 1 is, you know, the original generation of the channel, right? 2010 to 2012. And then, obviously, I broke the computer that we were filming on back then with the webcam. And then after that, we got Gen 2. And Gen 2 was 3 years later. Sorry I wasn't in the call that long. Lots of noises were going on. Oh, yeah, you're good, man. I'm not worried. You're always welcome to join, but I get it if you get background noise and shit. I'm not gonna worry. I'm not gonna be offended. RIP computer. Yeah, no, I broke that computer because my brothers were trying to watch Two Girls, One Cup, not really knowing the full extent of what it was. And I was like, hey, no. And I slammed it shut. It's Redeye After Dark. That's right. But, yeah, it was raining pretty hard here for a second. I think, did it start up again? I don't think it did. It was a good stream. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Fun looking back. I think, you being the morality police, I mean, yeah, that was kind of the thing, right, is I didn't want them to see that. Which, you know, it's good, because knowing what it is now, none of us would have wanted to see that. But, yeah, Gen 2 was, you know, when I first rebooted the channel, as I like to say, right? Where I started, where I came back, and we did webcam videos again, but we also started doing, upload studio videos. Thank God I've never seen Two Girls, One Cup, just the reactions. Yeah, no, I haven't seen it either, and I don't intend to. Because I know what it is, and I don't want to see it. Anyway, you know, because then there was, Gen 2, as it eased into it, I think the main format did kind of become, doing, upload studio videos. I think that's the one I tended to do the most in Gen 2. It's not entirely, like, I think it was a combination of that, and then also, like, DVD collections and snack reviews, right? Which carried over, and I still do. Sporadically, but, you know. You're on Gen 5? Okay. Well, I'm on Gen 6 in my channel, Horizons. And then, Gen 3 was when I think the channel really, really hit its stride. It's when I started using Movie Maker. It's when I started live streaming. My videos have changed from Go Animate to other. Yeah. Yeah, no, I never did shit like that. Like, for me, early on, it was skits, and then kind of then rants as well. And rants are still a thing. Not go animate. Yeah, I've never liked that shit. Although it is kind of funny with memes. Like there are some funny memes of like just how retarded it is. Horizons, you used to be like a UTTP type, didn't you? Yeah. All right. Yeah, no, I've never understood that shit. Like, but I disown my whole shit in channel. That's fair. Were your rants are really good put together? The Go Animate rants are retarded. Well, yeah, hell no. Yeah, Go Animate rants are garbage. My rants are just off the cuff, me ranting about shit. And that's another thing. I've never really scripted videos, right? Like I've had scripted videos. Like specific videos have been scripted. Like the Clay Puppington video was scripted. The the Sarge review of Boogie was scripted, and like 2 episodes of Sarge and Friends were fully scripted. There's a handful that are partially scripted, but most of the time Sarge and Friends is largely off the cuff. Although we do plan it out, like we do a rehearsal run and then the real run. And we talk about it beforehand and we come up with ideas beforehand. And nowadays there's always notes. Like again, there's always notes of what we plan to do. And it's sort of retro scripted. But yeah, no, I never understood why a lot of people who go on to do YouTube, like all they care about, your channel got better over time. Hell yeah, dude. Didn't Horizons do the intro for the stream? Yes, he did. Horizons did the intro. Horizons has been doing some great intros and stuff for me, so he's been really helpful, and I really appreciate it. Horizons is a very valuable member of the team. My oldest video on my current channel is Stephen Hawking's death report. Oh, yeah? Like when Stephen Hawking died? Yeah. Good job, Horizons. He's based. Yeah, no, Horizons helps out a lot. He's great to have around. Stephen would be based too if he would admit he's queer. He'd be even more based if he'd stop. Major channel at least nice looking. Yeah, like I said, your intros and shit have been cool. I've really appreciated it. But yeah, like for me, like you can be gay and based, or you can't be gay and based. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say that's a weird statement, guy, but yeah, no, okay, I agree. Yeah, you can't. No, Steven's cool. He just says some really faggy shit sometimes. Like again, if he would just stop with like the clone shit or like wanting to watch Brokeback Mountain, that's weird. Steven does seem cool. Yeah, Steven's great. He can be a little repetitive. He has a lot of like verbal tics when he talks, where he kind of says like, it's like calling a woman a dick. She can be a bitch, but not dick. That's fair. And doesn't he say sexist shit too? Yeah. No, Steven can be pretty based. Steven is more sexist than he realizes. If he would just embrace that, I'd be all for it. Like if Steven would just embrace it, I'd be much happier with him. But no, Steven's cool. I used to do retrospectives. I mean, retrospective can mean a number of things, Horizons. Some of what I do is retro. I mean, hell, my stream today could be considered a retrospective, right? I plan to do one on home video in November. Hell yeah. Like it was a series? Oh, okay. Now, that's another thing. something that's always been interesting with my channel is I would always, back in the day, I would always make everything part of a series. And I still kind of do that, because there is like a part of me that it's ingrained where I do still kind of try to do that. But there's a lot of videos that aren't part of a series. But that used to be like my thing, right? Like anime reviews was going to be a series, but I mean, there's a playlist of it, but it's not inherently like a series. But another thing I've like with like YouTube, right? Like something that drives me nuts is like there's so many people, and I can get why, because like for the algorithm it makes sense. But there's a lot of people, they'll do like one series or like one type of video, right? And to me, that just seems antithetical to the idea of a channel, right? Because when you watch like a TV channel, it has multiple shows, multiple programs, multiple genres. And so that's why I've just always done a variety on my channel. And not that I would say I'm like a TV channel, because obviously I don't really give a shit about like production quality or views or any of that, but nevertheless, that's how I have Horizon. Yeah, exactly. On your channel, you just do what you want, and that's what I like. That's what YouTube should be. That's what the U is for, right? It's YouTube, right? That's what it's supposed to fucking be, right? The old slogan that it used to have: broadcast yourself. But I just wish YouTube went to classic UI. Yeah, no, the new UI sucks. I really wish that they would stop. And that's not just YouTube, that's technology in general. Some of these Autismos have channel rules, and some of them are so ridiculous. Well, like for me, I don't like. I think it's kind of cringe that people will have. When I first heard of the site, I thought it was spelled U-T-U-B-E. Yeah, that's fair. But they're like not being mean to me or not unsubbing to me. That's always funny when Autismos are like, nobody unsub, that's against the rules. Or like, I love it when the Cucumber Clan makes rules, because he goes a step further and calls it all illegal. I mean, Joshua Doffarina does the same thing. Where he doesn't like that his dad sleeps shirtless, so now he says, it's illegal, you're gonna go to jail if you sleep shirtless. Or he'll see like a homeless guy with no teeth, and he'll be like, homeless adults are illegal, you're gonna get 3 years in prison, and if you want to get out, you gotta pay $11 to get new teeth. YouTube used to be cool, yeah. I miss 2000s YouTube. I'd say 2010 YouTube was also great. Like, for me, like, the peak era of YouTube is, like, 2015 to 2017. I could extend it further, like 2013 to 2017. And there's stuff that's great before that, don't get me wrong. There's no way I'm going to get 1K subs. Never say never, Horizons. Because, I didn't think I'd ever get to where I'm at. I'd give it 2010 to... Yeah, you know what? That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. My point is, the 2010s was largely a great decade for YouTube. It wasn't until like the last 3 to 4 years of the 2010s that it started to suck. Like around, like, you know, late 2017 with the adpocalypse, and then like the increasing like rise in like retarded like social sentiments, you know, what we would, you know, typically call, you know, woke or whatever you want to call it, that kind of shit. When did they get rid of dislikes? I want to say that was like 2019 or 2020. That was 2020. Yeah, it was 2020, yeah. And brain rot? Yeah. 2018 Rewind sucks. I mean, YouTube Rewind has always sucked. Post-Biden, yep. Yeah, they removed the dislikes because, like, Joe Biden's speeches were all getting disliked into oblivion. And I think so was, like, Amy Schumer and shit like that. But that, no, Amy Schumer is why Netflix removed the ability to dislike, or made it so that you can't see ratings anymore. I have an extension called Return YouTube Dislike. Yeah, but I've heard that that's actually inaccurate. What's up, Bother Me None? How you doing? And it's making me lose it. Well, as someone who supports LGBTQ, well, you shouldn't support it. But you'll get there, buddy. You'll get there. I have it. It's not 100% right, and rounds to 0 to 5 intervals. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like super accurate. Like, it's not super inaccurate, but it's also not wholly accurate. I guess would be an accurate way to sum it up. But yeah, like I said, I might, like that video from Think Before You Sleep pissed me off. Those sick fucks should be in jail. Which video is that? Because, like, he's done a lot of videos, and I've got my own criticisms of Think Before You Sleep, too, I think. I can't remember. I don't really keep track of who has done what. I know Think Before You Sleep has said some base shit, but I think, there's also something he did I didn't like, but I can't remember what it was. The one I posted in your server? Oh, okay, I haven't watched it. Or maybe it's not Think Before You Sleep, I was thinking. Like I said, I can't remember. I can't remember what the, if there even is an issue I have with him, so I don't know if I do. I haven't really watched him. If YouTube wasn't gay, I would have 10k subs. Yeah, maybe you would, Horizons, maybe you would. But at the same time, for me, it's never been about that. Like, for me, I like keeping a relatively small audience. Like, don't get me wrong, I like that my audience has grown so much. And I would not be, like, insulted if it grew more, obviously. I'd obviously be happy about that. But that's never been a goal for me. Because I don't want it to be a bunch of normies who are going to chimp out if I say something too based, you know? Shows a clip of a parent rightfully upset because she called out to the school board that this book was inappropriate. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, that kind of thing. I'm quality over quantity. Yeah, that's fair. The book had anal sex or some shit. Well, yeah, dude, most of those gay books do. Like, all those trans and gay books are filled with all sorts of disgusting pornographic shit they want children to read. And I remember this one fucking faggot in my King of the Hill video chat was like bitching about like trying to say, oh, well, the Bible has offensive shit. And it's like, okay, two things. One, when you're taught the Bible in Sunday school, a lot of the times they don't tell you the more graphic stories till you're older. Number two, even the more graphic stories in the Bible are not so explicit with their phrasing. And number three, they don't have fucking, like, trannies literally cramming shit into their wound where they had their dick cut off to keep it open. Like, the phrasing is much more subtle. Like, people love to bring up, like, Ezekiel 23:20 and how it talks about how women are whores who, like, basically, like, what is the term they use? They use a non-explicit word for penises, but I can't remember what word they use. But it's like, it basically says it's like the size of a donkey's and like has the emission of a horse. Like, that is so tame compared to the filth that is in these fucking books. So, like, when people try and draw a false equivalency there, they can go fuck themselves. PP? Yeah, that's the exact word. Yeah, I'm sure that's what the Bible said. I honestly think you're right. Bullying should be brought back. Yeah, I mean, again, it's contextual, right? I think there is a point where it becomes excessive and it's a problem. Wee-wee. It's the scientific term. Yeah, exactly. But also, like, biblical text is, like, worded in a way that is, like, a lot more, like a kid's gonna need it explained to them what the hell it says. Whereas, like, these fucking horrific books are very, very explicit and obvious what they're saying. Again, you and Heartstopper Horizons. In my opinion, there's a difference between bullying and just teasing. Well, again, I think a certain degree of bullying can build character. Like if you're pushed and mocked and even knocked around a little bit, it can build character and make you a better person. Now, if you're getting the shit kicked out of you every day and you're tormented daily, that's different. You see what I mean? Like there's a distinction, there's a line. But I think that there are social norms that we used to have, and there is a good thing behind those social norms. Your being nice as a moral video is really great and articulate. I agree that sometimes you need to toughen the fuck up. Yeah, exactly, Chip. And that's another interesting, too, to think about the history of the channel, even, to kind of circle back. But this is related. Is my views have radically changed as the years have gone on. And, like, I have my core values that have always been intact. There's obviously core principles that and that's something I always point out, is people should have core principles, but then also be willing to admit when they're wrong. And the problem is, a lot of people in today's day and age won't admit when they're wrong. Instead, they try and change the rules and change definitions because they don't want to be mean or admit that they're wrong, and that's a problem. Team Redeye is very based. Yes, we are. My views changed. I was centrist when I was a teen, then I got red-pilled. Yeah. Yeah, but what, guy? It's okay when I do it? Oh, okay. That is kind of the mentality people have, isn't it? I'm not really red-pilled, I just believe in common sense. Okay. Well, the thing is, bother me none. Red pill is just, it's a term that can mean many things. And in most contexts, it just means waking up to understanding the bullshit that you've been fed growing up. Because most of the shit we're taught in school is filled with bullshit. Hang on, my dog wants to go inside, so I'm going to go let her in real quick. Alright. I see these posts on Facebook. These women will teach that their son will teach their son kindness and compassion. Which I do agree with, of course, but it applies to both, not just the son. Well, I think that there is a need for a basic level of empathy. Because obviously, you can't have a society without it. Right? But you can't let it be warped and twisted to the point where you're not going to be honest, where you're not going to help growth through sometimes tough love, and where you're going to not associate with people that are harmful to your own well-being. The problem is these posts are just one-sided. Well, the problem is that women don't feel any need for accountability. And that's the problem in today's society, is that women are not held accountable for anything they do. And both socially and legally, they are incentivized to just be pieces of shit. Now, couple that with the fact that feminine nature is pretty flawed on its own as it is, and you end up with a whole clusterfuck of bad shit. Anyway, I finished my cigar, so I'm thinking I'm gonna go play some Fallout 3 or something. So I'm gonna end this stream, but I will be right back with another one here in a minute. The state of the world right now is depressing no matter what side of the world you're on. Yeah, it's true, but yeah, I'll see you guys later. Like I said, I'll be live again in just a minute, so toodles.